Welcome to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
Does all this social media knowledge, strategies, and skills from this podcast really matter if you don't use video? The truth is, any presence is better than no presence, but without video, you're really limiting your growth. It's no secret that video is the future of all media. It's where all consumers gravitate, so executing at a higher level than your industry peers is an absolute necessity to create differentiation. You can hire a full-time videographer, but is that really sustainable? The answer is no for many, which is why it is critical that you adopt and learn video skills to allow you to create video that will stand out. Having camera presence, knowing what equipment to use and how to use it, proper lighting, video editing, music and voiceovers, scripting, and many other topics are the reason why Business Video School was created. To teach you how to develop these skills quickly and easily with over-the-top support along the way so that you never feel lost. The Business Video School is a comprehensive video education platform that delivers all of this training, but also creates actual video recipes with instructions and scripts for you to execute relevant content weekly with all of the skills you learn. And it doesn't stop there. Regular video challenges, weekly Q&As, a real estate video roadmap, a community of people learning and experimenting with video, and so much more. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Why wouldn't you join the Business Video School today? Go to www.bizvideoschool.com/open-house and register for the next open house where you'll learn more and get a chance to hear from current students and even ask them questions. That's bizvideoschool.com. Check it out.
We are back for Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social, the social media podcast, the only one you should be listening to that gives you all of the news and what's going on and the strategies you should be paying attention to in your social media business. And Tristan, today we're going to talk about two things. Usually we're talking about news. Today we got one piece of news and one piece of content. Let's start with the news, and it's pretty big news, which is old news by the time you're listening to this, but at the time of recording, this just happened today.
Dude, Elon Musk buys Twitter. Now he just has to come up with the money, which won't be a problem, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's got that problem. In fact, I am willing to donate $1,000 of my hard-earned money towards the $44 billion offer.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely go a long way, dude. Definitely. I'm sure he's about to call you.
Is he like Zuckerberg? He listens to this podcast.
We have three listeners. It's Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and
dude, if we only had those three listeners, I know we have the one. If we had the other two, man, could you imagine how big this thing could actually be?
That'd be fun, dude. That would be very fun.
All right, so what the hell does this mean? Obviously, everything's speculation.
I don't know what it means, man. I think does he bring back Trump? Because it's all back to freedom of speech. I did it in quotations. Does he bring back Trump? And if he does, is he going to let Trump do his Trumpiness, right? That's a verb now, Trumpiness. But what do you think, dude? I don't know. Besides that, what do you expect besides it being a free social media platform that's no longer public? It's a private company.
I mean, if he really means what he says, which is freedom of speech, politics aside, then you have to. This has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with that the left side hates Trump and the right side loves Trump, and that's all that there is to it. And there's probably going to come a day when the left side has a Trump-esque voice and it's going to reverse. And so, if it truly is freedom of speech, I mean, what has Trump really done? When you think about social media and you think about the damage that can be done on social media, which is, creates suicide, right? Because of of what it can do to especially teenage girls is usually what's in the news the most. What Trump is doing is really just being a jackass. He's not actually doing anything that other than just stirring the pot, and that's freedom of speech, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
It is. Well, here's the thing. It is up until people, and I'm not saying people that follow or love Trump, right? Just people in general. When they hear someone like you or I that encourages them to do something, and then they go out and do it, and it's something that's against the law, at that point, like where should we put a stop to that speech, right? And at what point does it become speech that's, and you know what? You and I were talking about this at my house in the whole session that we did. I'm like, at what
sitting
point,
on the couch.
Yeah, Revolutionary War. We won't even go into that right now. But dude, yeah, I don't know the answer.
What would you do?
I'd bring him back.
Yeah, me too.
I'd bring him back. I just think it's just such a bad move for Twitter and for any social platform to shut down people.
Yeah. Right.
Because then if you shut one down, who's next? Right. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'd bring him back. I would just have better rules and be like, dude, we're probably going to suspend you for like 24 hours if you're a jackass. And if you're fine and you're just having some fun, that's cool.
Yeah.
But here are the rules, right?
I agree. I totally agree. And let's be honest, people are going to do stupid shit and cause damage and inflict harm, whether Trump is on Twitter or not.
100%.
And so if that's what people really think is the driving force behind stupidity, then you're kind of living in a bubble, because stupidity is stupidity and it's going to continue regardless. And we could cite many instances that have nothing to do with Trump that were just completely moronic, beyond the storming the Capitol type shit, right?
So true.
And guess what? And here's the other deal. Even if you really can't stand Trump, which, I think Tristan, I think I can speak for Tristan and say we're both very much in the middle on all of these topics, including Trump. He's only got one more term if he even runs again. So we only have to deal with him one more time. You know what? I'm more entertained when he's present than when he's not. So, I mean, selfishly.
So is the media. Dude.
Selfishly, yeah, I just want to be more entertained, because you know what? Ultimately, that's what social media is, which is a perfect freaking segue into a question that continues to come up with Tristan and I recently, which was part of the reason why we started doing group coaching, why we're doing one-on-one consulting and helping individuals with their brands and growing their brand, is that, hey, Tristan, Jeff, it's like everybody's paying attention now, because all of a sudden, everybody was super busy, rates were low, and now rates are rising. There's not enough inventory. We've got the perfect storm, and everybody's like, oh, maybe I should take those fuckers seriously now and listen up and start growing my brand. Because what do we say, man? We say, basically everything in tech that's coming is designed to replace you. And the one thing that it will not replace you is your authenticity, is your connection with other human beings. And so you should be taking social media more seriously. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about what everybody's asking us is, how do I grow? What do I do? What should I be doing? I'm not consistent. How do you advise them?
Well, it's the same thing we tell everybody. Start with the platform that you absolutely love, like you go to and you show up to on a daily basis. And if you don't have one, then at that point, just pick which one you think you like better. Is it Twitter now? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? It's a lot harder on YouTube, right? But is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? And then once you decide, hey, it's going to be Facebook, then show up on a daily basis. You know what? I know we refer back to D-Rock, but D-Rock said, hey, if it's Facebook, make sure that you play both sides of the game. It's not just content creation, it's engagement, right? Half of the battle is actually engaging with people, liking their comments and messaging them and having them feel like you're actually part of their social world, right? So that's where I would start, man. Pick one, show up daily, both on content creation and on engagement.
Yeah, I love that. And I think one thing that you didn't mention is really lean into, because a lot of people say this, like, okay, fine, I'll do that. I'll do what you say, but I don't know what to talk about. And so you guys have heard Tristan and I talk a lot about this, and we coach this and we go deep on this, and we help individuals actually find their pillars. And what that means is you need to figure it out. What is that those groups of topics that are easy for you to talk about, that you can talk about in perpetuity, that are a part of your daily life, that you can create content around, that will grow you packs of raving fans and loyal followers because they have a similar interest. Because here's the thing, you all have your business and you all lean into your business on social media. But the reality is, us, especially in real estate, it's so freaking diluted that the rest of humanity is in reality annoyed with our business because we overpost and we're sharing. I mean, I was just watching this yesterday, Tristan. There was an event locally with one of the board of realtors. And if I wanted to gouge my eyes out watching these posts of people who very rarely post. Then they get on and I had such an amazing time and I just want to thank my clients and I won this freaking stupid award that actually means nothing, but I'm going to pretend like it means something. And your neighborhood doesn't give a shit. Your community doesn't give a shit. Yep. Like, I mean, I get it. Be proud of yourself. But if that is the only time that you're showing up, you're falling on deaf ears. You're actually annoying your audience. And so you need to lean into those pillars. So Tristan, talk a little bit about that, about pillars, and kind of what your thoughts are with finding your own.
Well, I think over the last few months, we've rephrased the pillars to actually mean your superpowers, right? What are you absolutely great at? Like, what do you do on your spare time? I've just recently taken up archery. And I love notebooks, like you follow me. And so that's part of my superpowers. The other part of my superpowers is, look behind me if you're watching this. I've got Superman, I've got Star Wars, I've got a whole bunch of crap on the back end that I love. That's part of my superpowers. And then I'm decent at real estate and I'm amazing at online lead conversion, right? I got to suck at something. And so that's what I mean by superpowers. And Jeff, look at his background. He loves baseball. He goes out to the Ozarks. He loves sports. He comes over to my house. He's already watching ESPN or some Fox Sports channel. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Baseball. I was. And he loves going outdoors and running. And he loves working out. By the way, dude, I just interviewed Tony Horton an hour ago from P90X.
Oh shit, that's good.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere because they tell you to. Yeah. So anyway, that superpowers, what are they?
Yeah. And I think some people will probably think to themselves, oh, okay, Tristan, but you are always talking about real estate. But let me clarify. Let me answer this for Tristan as not Tristan. His audience is you, the real estate agent. That's why he's showing up to you. But who is your audience if you're a real estate agent, if you're a loan officer? Right? So if you're a loan officer, maybe your audience is real estate agents. But if you're a real estate agent, your audience is not other real estate agents, unless you're recruiting them. So think about that, because the vast majority of real estate professionals, you're not targeting real estate agents, but that is who your content is showing up to, not the actual end potential buyer. And so you got to figure that stuff out. And, community-driven content, anything that relates to what's going on in the community, people want to soak that up. Mom groups, they crush. Just ask Nikki Klein. Anything around your hobbies, you're gonna attract your tribe. Even if it's as simple as you're a Netflix binger or you have a garden, like things like that actually will make you connect to people, and that's the whole name of the game.
Netflix binger. You can start a whole podcast on that.
Dude, it would actually crush. I always use that as an example. In fact, it's funny. Tristan mentioned the stuff behind him. He doesn't even know this. I've got extra content that I'm going to be sharing over the next couple of weeks. And one of them is going to actually be poking fun at him. And I'm going to do it. You know why I'm going to do it? Because I know that there's going to be, most people are going to defend his dorkiness that I call dorkiness, of course.
Did you end up posting yesterday?
Yes. And I saw no impact.
How did they? Oh, okay.
I saw no impact. Same. Yeah. I meant to tell you that. Yeah.
All right. Dude,
so anyways,
I can't wait to see what you post now.
I did share one of our videos, but I don't want to digress. We've only got 5 minutes left, and I'm actually looking now. No, nothing, just very normal reach. And just in case anybody's wondering right now, so I was at an event. We did an event in San Diego. We do these events. This one, the current theme is evolve your brand or go extinct. And if you're a real estate agent or team lead, or you ever want us to do something like that, Tristan and I are starting to speak together. We're sharing stages. We're doing a lot of this stuff. We're happy to do this kind of stuff for you. Just reach out to me and we'll schedule it. But one of the speakers, I shared the stage with another speaker. We kind of went back and forth, and he was a social media guy and he has a company and stuff. But he said that his girlfriend, who's got influence on TikTok, I think she's got 50 or 60,000 followers, nothing massive, but really good. Said that she gets a lot of traction when she posts her TikToks on Sunday afternoon, specifically after 4 p.m. Pacific. And if you do multiple posts, you stagger them by about an hour. So I did that yesterday. Mm-hmm. And yesterday, by the way, we're recording this on a Monday. So yesterday was Sunday, and I did not see any specific impact. Maybe my content just sucks. Or maybe it's her followers that tend to,
I mean, your content sucking is a possibility. I just didn't want to.
Well, then the sick irony is that one of the videos was of you son of a bitch.
Oh, that sucks. I set myself up for that one.
You did. You did. So, okay. So go lean into one platform, find your content. How consistently should they be posting?
Dude, I daily, and I usually challenge people and say, if you can post right now, okay, it changes, this changes. But right now, you and I started testing posting 3 times a day in any specific platform. If you're gonna do one, that would be ideal. And I'd love for it to be one in your feed and maybe 2 short videos, or maybe a few stories, a short video, and one in your feed. Just a combination of something like that, because you can do that on LinkedIn. You can do stories now on TikTok. Instagram, you've got like a multitude of weapons there. And then Facebook's same. The only one that you're very limited on is YouTube, because you can post. Not a lot of people, unless you have a good following, follow the actual static posts. And then you can do shorts, and then you can do the long form video. Those are the 3. So it just depends where you go, but I'd like to see 3 a day, 1 to start. Right? 1 to start.
Agreed. Build a cadence. Yep. Figure out how to build a cadence. Vomit your life in your stories. Share more profound stuff on your feeds. Depends what platform you're going to. And the last thing I will say is, and what we're starting to do is, in fact, we're going to hang up from here, and we're going to have 2 conversations with 2 of our real estate friends that are very, very high-end producers in the industry, who want to talk to us about helping them with their social. And one of the things that we're starting to do is build social media plans for individuals, to where basically you're just going to tap into our resources. A, we're going to coach you. B, we're going to help you create content. We're going to help you script. We're going to help you create hooks. We're going to help you create long form content, which that can be distributed to YouTube, that we can then take and edit for you, and then chop up into micro form content that we can share across other channels for you: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Twitter, probably Twitter now. And then also we're going to take that one video, and then we're going to turn it into some static posts as well. And so we're going to start doing this for individuals. And I can't speak for Tristan on this one, but I can tell him that I am most excited for this, because to me, I've built my business has grown massively as a result of social and video. And I think Tristan can say the same. And I'm excited for the challenge to do this for other people, because at the end of the day, our success is going to be your success. And so I'm excited to really dive into that.
Dude, me too, man. Me too.
Well, good stuff, man. Episode 59, checking out. It'll probably be 59 if I'm wrong. Well, then, so it is what it is.
Episode something. Tune in.
That's right. See you next time, buddy.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.